Alright. So let's fix the Steerwing. Alright, so there are some flaws here that I'm noticing. Alright, number one, why do we need all this? That's overkill. So we'll go with one pair of solar panels, and I'm just going to center these so they, like I said in the previous video, I'm super stickler for aesthetics. So we'll just kind of clean that up a little bit. Alright, we're going to clean this up a little bit, the ladder. Put that kind of where it should be. First order of business is we gotta get rid of these intakes. These things are useless. They're great for low-level flying jets, unless you want a gazillion of them. So we're gonna get rid of those. The second thing I noticed is there's just not enough fuel. So we're gonna get rid of these. And look how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of those on either side, plus all the struts and structuring and all that stuff in there. It's just drag, drag, drag with not enough fuel. So we'll get rid of all that crap. Alright. But we want to keep the spirit and the look of the Steerwing. So I'm not going to alter the way it works. We're just going to tune it so that it actually does work. This thing's supposed to get us into orbit. So let's grab a regular old liquid Mark 1 fuel tank to replace all those orange, I think they're toroidal, God, tell me that's not hard to pronounce. Toroidal, there we go. Stupid mathematical shape. Toroid, yeah. Alright, so anyways, so we'll take this, and there we go. So we'll stick that onto the separator. Okay, so we're going to move it around a little bit. Oh, and where's the center of mass? That was another issue. Yeah, the center of mass is behind the center of lift. We can't have that. That just creates control issues. So we'll move these forward a little bit. And we'll move them up. Alright, so move that up. Over. That looks not bad. Alright, it's not hitting anything. The center of mass is even now, so that's okay. Maybe a little bit more. But I think these tanks are a little bit larger in radius than those toroidal tanks, so we're gonna have to rotate this just a little bit. There we go. We'll go right about there. Looks good. Okay, should have enough ground clearance now. Alright. Perfect. Okay, so now we need our air intakes, so we'll go into this. We'll grab the shock cone. Okay, so the shock cone, all you need is one per ramjet. That's all you need. You don't, like with those other ones, you needed 18 of them to give this thing enough air. Just 2 of these should be more than enough, and that's significantly less mass, significantly less drag. So there you go. So we've kind of fixed that. I got to put the pipes back in. Fuel, there we go. So we'll put this back. How about right there? There we go. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so I have a feeling this will work pretty good. Alright, so we got rid of... Oh, and another thing I noticed is what the heck do they got all these for? The Werner thrusters. Why do we need these? Because we have maneuvering thrusters with monopropellant. Those are, for those of you who don't know what these things are, they're basically a maneuvering thruster, but instead of working on monopropellant, they use up oxidizer and fuel. And they have, because they use rocket fuel, they have significantly more thrust than the monopropellant thrusters. But why do we need them? They're just adding more mass. So we'll take those off. Alright, so we'll get rid of those. Oh, and I think there might be a couple in the cargo bay too in the description. I read that. Okay, yeah, there they are. So we'll get rid of those too. There we go. Because they're not necessary. I think the reason they had them on there is because they had the center of mass behind the center of lift, so they were probably there for added stability, but they were all pointing down. So I'm a little confused as to why they were necessary anyway. But regardless, we got rid of them. So the center of mass is slightly ahead of the center of lift, so that looks good. Alright, we'll give this guy a shot. Oh yeah, lots of ground clearance. Looks good. Okay. It's still twitchy, but it's not as twitchy. With planes, jets, space planes, SSTOs, all that good jazz, your placement of center of mass and center of lift is generally critical to how well your plane is going to work. So things here go horribly wrong due to some stability problems. Give that another shot. Alright, so we're going to have to try to fix this stability problem. Oh, yeah, there we go. I was just waiting for that to happen. Oh, the horror. And we have no parachutes. Bill, Jeb, I'm sorry guys, but you're dead. So we're going to have to fix that. Okay, so easily fixed. We just move these tanks forward a little bit more. I'm going to move them up a little higher too. They can't go too high because when we eject them, we don't want them to take the wings off. Right there. How about that? Yeah, that's better. Maybe a little bit more. I'll move it back up just a touch. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so we'll give that a shot. And we're out of fuel. Oh, well, that's not right. How did we do? Not bad. Much better than that first try. So our apoapsis is 60,000 meters. Not quite even in space, but definitely well within the upper atmosphere. Almost to space. And we got a pretty good suborbital arc going on here, but that's it. So needs a little more tweaking. It ran out of fuel, so there's definitely not enough fuel. Okay. Alright, so we need more rocket fuel. We have more than enough liquid fuel, because you only need liquid fuel to get you up to about the 25,000 meter mark. But we definitely need more rocket fuel. So let's grab these two tanks. There we go. And we'll stick them on there. Grab two of them. How about that? Alright, so I don't want to change the spirit of this design, so I'm going to make these internal tanks, which means you just move them so they're inside the model. I do it all the time. In fact, I do it pretty much with every single space plane, jet, whatever. There's lots of internal components. I don't see it as cheating. People say, well, you're not, you're clipping parts. Well, not really. Yes, I'm clipping parts, but I'm clipping parts to make the jet look good and sexy. Because for me, it's all about aesthetics. I don't care if the tanks are on the outside. I'll throw them on the inside. I have no issues with it. I think it just makes your jets look better. You can make them look the way you want to look. So regardless. So there, we'll move these on the inside. Alright. We don't want them on the inside of the cargo bay because you can open the cargo bay and you can see them. So we want them hidden. Alright, so we'll put them in right about there. Actually, let's move them forward. Remember, that center of mass, we want it forward. Speaking of which, let's check out where it is. Oh, it's well forward now. Okay, so that's good. Alright, so we'll just move these down into them. Ah, there we go. Alright. Just move them down. They're not coming out the bottom. Nope, perfect. And of course we'll need to put in some fuel lines. So let's get in here. I have a feeling this might do it. So we want the fuel to go from those to this to the rockets. So there we go. Perfect. Alright. I think this might have fixed the Steerwing D45. Alright, so let's see if our changes actually fixed our Steerwing. 900. Ideally, you want to get as close to 1200 meters per second as you can by the time you switch to the rockets. That's true for all space planes. Okay, we're taking on some major heat here. We're going to have to start pulling up. If that one burns off, it's just the ladder. Who cares? Okay, so 20-degree climb. That should be pretty good. Looking good. Turn the heat bars off so I don't crash the system. Take a quick peek. Okay, I think we're good. 25. Okay, so I'm going to keep it at this climb rate. 25-degree angle. Perfect. Alright, and we'll switch. There we go. Stage away. Looking pretty good. Speed's doing okay. Altitude's doing okay. Climb rate's okay. So far, so good. I think we might have nailed it. Okay, 1/3 fuel gone. We're at 1400 meters per second, 40,000 meters. Switch to the map. Okay. You know, one thing that has been true since the beginning of this program, when you switch to the map, it would be nice if the nav ball started open instead of I know it's just a click of the mouse, but generally if you're going to the map view, you're going to want that thing open. So I don't know why they've defaulted it closed. It doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. Anyways, my little rant of one of the weirdy, buggy kind of things with the game. Not that that's a bug. It's on purpose, obviously, but I don't know. It just makes more sense to me to have it open when you come immediately into the map view. Alright, anyways. Oh, look at that. Apoapsis is now 70,000 feet. Alright, we're going to shallow this out. We're at like a friggin' 35-degree climb there. Because we want more horizontal speed by this point. Our altitude's more than adequate. Lots of fuel. Looking good. We've got 2 kilograms of fuel left. That's awesome. Alright, there we go. And we we have to do the rest with the monopropellant. We're short by 500 meters. There we go, 100,000. So 101,000 and 101,000. So we have a circular orbit around Kerbal. We have probably close to 80% of our monopropellant left, and that's far, far more than enough to get us back down. And there you have it. We have effectively re-engineered the Steerwing stock vehicle to actually do what it claimed it could do. It truly is a space plane now. And I guess that's it. So there you go. So if you guys want to fix that stock craft for yourself, go right ahead. And I'll see you next time. Alright. Peace out.